hopefully. Okay. Whew. Wonder if I've been missing things like that because I haven't found all Solomon's notes. Or those doors with the light at the end of the corridor. So I guess, in that sense, there is a... If you don't find all these things first time through, there is a reason to play the game again. Whew. This, yeah, I'm getting Bioshock vibes from this. The lighthouse, the sea, now leaving the old city. Good luck. Whew. I just felt very tense, very suddenly. Tell me more. No, I'm sorry. I can't read it.
They all do the same thing. They all claim a certainty that makes the certainty of others moot. Yes, again and again I know. Truth must be compatible with itself. But is that not illusory? Is truth itself not something that is in essence unattainable? My realism's present, but so are my dreams. And to claim otherwise is a dream all the same. It's as if they have dreamt of a world without dreams. It's as if their world is one in which truth has revealed itself in an anthropomorphic turn, allowing us all to see it clearly and grasp it amidst the darkness. Sad, yes, that we all see a different beacon. Now, all I see is void, and I do not know what's left other than to give up and stagnate in your belly. I may not have their full sense of certainty, but as of now, I cannot present an alternative. Truth must be compatible with itself, but that is irrelevant when truth is outside our reach. Onward with conflict, then, and onward with my labyrinth.
Okay. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the main character. I mean, I've gathered he's talking about... When he's talking to Leviathan, he's talking to the city itself, and he's talking about being inside the city. Also, as I was walking down that carriage, I was really expecting that dead guy to get up. Anyway, but like, yeah. So does he know all that's happened? Does he see the bodies and the carnage? Does he... As I said, sometimes it takes me a little while to understand what the narrator means when he talks like that. He talks in a kind of poetic, bullshitty kind of way. It sounds good, but for people like me, it's a bit hard to pick up on the meaning right away. But the beginning of the game did say that this is a fragmented mind. So these people look like they're wearing kind of old-fashioned army outfits. So we must be in the... no, there's still guild eye symbols around. So are we still in guild-controlled territory? And he hasn't really mentioned anything about the collapse. Solomon has. I think, therefore I see. Solomon knew about the collapse. He seemed to be reasonably coherent and with it. But our character, I'm not sure how much he comprehends about the conflict. He talks about a they, and I'm assuming when he says they, he means the other Minotaurs, the Order, the Unknowing, the Guild. Okay, yep. So this is what the letter said. Okay, so they sent some of the Order out here and cut off their way back. Whew. Onward. Again, dust does not look that pretty when it's highlighted by light, but still, I love it, regardless of how realistic it is. Whew. 7. Our dream. So chapter 6 was their dream. Chapter 7 is our dream.
One of the larger unknowing camps is nearby. Their lack of organization tends to make it difficult for them to avoid the conflicts between the guild and the order. Of course, the unknowing themselves make their own little raids. This results in it being difficult to maintain any sense of pity. Regardless, I'm sure the onslaught was horrendous. People never fight harder than when someone else attempts to uproot their anchor, even if that someone only does so by existing.
Alright, okay. Well, that answers my question from before. He is very much aware of the conflicts. He seems to think himself above the others, however. Unauthorized personnel into this. You have to be authorized to go into that cage, I guess. Alright, so this ambience playing is part of the music on the soundtrack, so I'm going to try and talk. Talk. Otherwise, I have to remove it with YouTube's experimental remove audio option, which results in really crappy sounding audio. But here we go. As we go deeper into the city, the old city. Again, I would really love to play this game as it is, but before the conflict. Or maybe even during the conflict. Welcome to Jerusalem, alright? 3rd of October. I guess we thought this would be some sort of haven, a light on a hill. We thought we could hide away from what other dwellers were doing to each other, although we hated them just as much as they hated us. I guess we thought we were simply right, making us exempt from the conflict. It's all backwards, you know. I mean, I get it. The world fell. Yes, everything went to shit. It's just what I think we assumed. It's just that I think we assumed people would be largely the same after the old world left us. But just listen to me. I sound like a minotaur, speaking in circles about how terrible we all are, with not a friend in the world to comfort me. It's funny how I thought of them as antisocial, insufferable, and worst of all, arrogant. Now I feel as though I see the point in the isolation. I hate that it has to be this way. I guess we thought... Right, okay. So they didn't expect things to change so much? Padlocks? See, now I'm starting to wonder if I should have gone in through that other door that said exit. Ugh, okay. Welcome to Jerusalem. It's actually quite nice down here.
All of our dreams at their core involve some sort of contentment. This is the one desire we all share, but is it a goal that really should be met? After finding contentment, what then? Where is there left to explore after the last temporary comforts of happiness have been extracted?
Oh, man. Can't go in the water. Go up here first. See, now that the music stopped playing, I don't have anything to say. Unbending quest for truth. Irrespective of artificial backgrounds, our practical consequences. one problem I have with this character is he's very slow, so he feels heavy, but at the same time he feels like he has no weight because his footsteps are very light. It's impossible to make him go faster. It gets a little irritating. And he gets stuck. Gosh, I love this. If I could move a little bit faster, this would be perfect. My type of game. Or story, or whatever you want to call it. Well, that doesn't look good. Again, which way does it want us to go? Unless this is a dead end down here. Padlocks. So padlocks the symbol of the order? I think we've gone into order territory here. Well, at least I know these are the bodies of fish, not people. Still, that is a lot of gore. Ugh. 5th of October. Everyone abandoned Jerusalem after we caught word that the guild force was continuing onward past the minor order camp near the... Sorry if you can hear that, my dog is coughing. Good job, Ted. Where was I up to? Minor and subway access point. It's just me now. I have several options in front of me, but only 3 that really matter at the present. Firstly, I could simply rejoin with my old unknowing group that has now left our Jerusalem. This is particularly unwanted because of our recent disagreement. Second, I could wait here and die when the guild inevitably take the place. But the third option is what intrigues me. What if I went the Minotaur route? It's astonishing to me that... Now he's having a drink, if you can hear that. I apologize if you can't hear it. That I'm even considering it, given their apparent outlook on life, but there's something about the journey itself. There's something about the world, a massive world, that can only really be seen by making one's own world small. From what I can tell, you essentially have to deconstruct your entire universe in order for the larger macrocosm to take over. Wow, okay. Okay, so it seems like people on both sides looked at the Minotaurs and thought they were not all there. Maybe thought their ideals were a bit ludicrous. Hope we get to go up there.
Our island is plagued with the fruits of a collective mental landscape that defines us as desperately holding on to something correct. So there is no place to hide, without truly secluding, or perhaps risking, the inland. On some level, I feel as though I cannot blame the dwellers. Their zeal for truth is commendable. They're fighting for something, rather than keeping it to themselves. They're acting, instead of hiding. Still, must cruelty be the manifestation of certainty? If only truth did not need to be compatible with itself. If only we didn't need an anchor to be right. If only we could sail instead of collecting dust on the memories of voyages past.
That poor whale. Poor thing. It's actually a very small whale. Baby, perhaps. They haven't run out of power. Leviathan. Hello.